Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you tuned in around the world here on Forever Sports. It's the culmination of week 2 in the Autumn Nations series this Sunday. It's Wales at home against Australia and Warren Gatland, of course, under all sorts of pressure with 10 games on the trot, not being able to find a win. Australia coming off that confidence-boosting victory against England by 42 points to 37. Of course, England losing last night to the mighty Springboks, making sure the Springboks will end the year in the number 1 spot on the world rankings. But our attention turns to the Principality Stadium. Wales desperate for a victory. It's a great pleasure from myself, Roots, here on Forever Sports to take you through this one, of course. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the subscribe button as we continue to go on this international journey here in the Autumn Nations series. Australia, of course, full of confidence. They'll be looking at this one saying we can put another victory in the bag. Warren Gatland under all sorts of pressure. And we're almost underway with the national anthems being rung out at the moment. Do give a shout out in the comments section, of course, where you are tuned in from. It's Sunday afternoon here in South Africa, but wherever you are, get your refreshments and let's end off this weekend with another crack of a test match between Wales and Australia. The national anthems being rung out, and Australia, of course, under Joe Smith in transition. Wales, most certainly, with their young squad in a transition phase, but desperate for a victory. I'm going to take you through the starting lineup. Just a shout out. Bokomase Mashele says hi. Craig Morgan, Southern Hemisphere, too good at the moment, with the South African flags ringing true in the comment section. Yeah, shout out Craig. In the UK, it's a pleasure to have you all tuned in for this one. I'm excited. I hope you are, as we take you through the starting 23 of each side, starting with Australia from 1 to 23. Angus Bell, the loose head prop, who had such a prominent game with all his ball carries last weekend against England, really standing out. Not a position really renowned for defenders beaten, but he was in the double figures last week. Matt Faisler at number 2. The captain, Alan Alatoa, at number 3. Nick Frost. Will Skelton back in the mix at lock forward. Seru Uru at 6. Fraser McWright, industrious as ever in the number 7 jersey. Rob Valentini playing his 50th game for Australia. Nick White at 9. Noah Lolesio at 10. Max Jorgensen, who scored the winning try at Twickenham. What a memory to savor. Samu Kerevi comes in again at number 12 for his 50th cap. Lenny Kitau, Andrew Kellaway, and Tom Wright at number 15. 16, Brandon Paenga-Mosa, James Slipper earning his 142nd cap for Australia. Zane Nongo, Lucan Salakai Alotto at 19. Langy Gleeson, Tate McDermott, Ben Donaldson, and Joseph Suali'i. So much has been spoken about this young talent. Look out for him coming off the bench. For Wales, 1, Gareth Thomas, Dewey Lake, the captain at hooker, Archie Griffin, Will Rowlands, Adam Beard, Jack Morgan, James Botham, Aaron Wainwright at number 8 will be looking to have and make a game of it, inspiring his pack of forwards. Ellis Bevan at 9, Gareth Anscombe at 10, Liam Murray, Ben Thomas. Look out for him to take the ball up at 12. Max Llewellyn, Tom Rogers, and at 15, the young, exciting Cameron Winnett. 16 to 23, Ryan Elias, Nicky Smith, Kieran Asarati, Christ Chunzunza, Tommy Riffle, Rodri Williams, Sam Costello, the replacement fly-off on the bench. Lots of promise for him as well. But just this Wales side, of course, so much promise, but just have to build the experience and the continuity playing together. It's a journey on the international stage. And of course, Eddie James at 23. James Dullman, the referee, out in the middle, the man with the whistle, who will take charge here this afternoon. And we're in for a cracking game. Lloyd with them, says Aussie in Austria supporting Wales. That's an interesting one, but shout out, Lloyd. We're almost underway. Look out for the likes of Will Skelton for Australia to carry it up. Rob Valetini, of course, playing his 50th game. Samu Currie, a big ball carrier in the midfield for Wales. Cameron Winnett, we of course mentioned Aaron Wainwright. And can they get their set pieces right? We are underway here as Australia kick off and immediately gather the restart or the start of this game. At the base now, Australian possession. It's Samu Currie picking up the loose ball as Australia just stuck between Wales' 10-metre and 22-metre mark. And here comes Tom Wright looking for some work early on. It's cleared from the base from Nick White. Australia building the phases here. White again. Seru Uru taking it up. The man with the red scrum cap at number 6. Not making much headway here so far. Wales defending well, but now Australia go wide. It's Jorgensen coming off his left wing. Full of confidence after that match-winning try, of course. Australia up to the 22. Centre field. They've got options left and right here. Nick White. Currie. Feeds Uru again. Australia building the phases. We're into double figures here. Big Will Skelton. It takes 2 to bring him down. Valetini goes in to clear. It's quick ball. But just an error at the base there from Australia. Gifts Wales an opportunity here to get some possession early on. 2 minutes in, it's been all Australia, but nothing to show for it. Warren Gatland looking on nervously. Joe Smith, of course, building something with this Australian side. But if you take a look at the Wales team, just a touch over 460 caps in their 23. Australia, most certainly the more experienced side. But if you look at the Wales pack, slightly heavier, can they find some sort of traction here? The scrum goes down almost immediately, but the ref calls a reset there. James Dolman. Alan Deenan says, come on, boys. We can beat these guys. Alan, who are you supporting? Are you an Aussie? Tie me, Wallaby down. Are you supporting Wales? The other home side at the Principality Stadium, desperate to see their side victorious. Of course, Wales have to play South Africa next weekend. And we kind of have a premonition how that one will go. So you kind of feel this is Wales' opportunity to get that victory. South Africa, of course, in the 2 Autumn Nations Series games, you felt haven't quite got out of second gear, but still championship teams know how to win any which way they can and win. They did indeed against England by 29-20. Wales on the totally other end of the spectrum, out of the top 10 in the world rankings. Really, really have to show their fans that they are working towards something now. Zealous Bevan clears from the base and immediately it's Ben Thomas who takes it up down this left-hand touchline. It's tight, but they shift it again centre field towards the 10-metre line. Bevan. Wales hitting it up with one of their loose forwards, Jack Morgan there. as they look to play it down this right-hand side. There is some space here. And away comes Tom Rogers. He's up and over into Australia's 10-metre mark. Held up, though. It's a maul, says the referee. He couldn't get his knee to the ground. And all the hard work there from Tom Rogers taking it up. Wales doing well to manipulate some space there down the right-hand side into Australian territory. But just couldn't get his knee to the ground. Australia did well to hold him up. And we're going to restart with an Australian scrum here. Wales showing some attacking intent from inside their own half. They're just building on that inexperience in this young side. Australia brimming with confidence, silencing the Twickenham crowd last week. As we restart with a scrum, it's Nick White to Currie, who busts through Ben Thomas. Australia in possession. Lolasia with the kick pass. Wonderfully taken out of the air there by Blair Murray. Wales will have possession. Right in up against this left-hand touchline on halfway. Australia have to defend as Wainwright goes in to make sure ball security is of the essence. Australia looking to disrupt there, but Bevan called to use it by the referee, shaping for the kick off the left boot. It's high, but it's Tom Wright with the counter-attack. Wales disjointed on defence. And he's right up to halfway now. Valentini, in his 50th game, goes to play. That scrum off, Australia shifted again. And they're working their way to the 22, gaining some post-contact meters. One feels a little bit too easy, but it's a loose ball. And Wales come away with it. Australia there, unfortunately, just not able to hold on to possession there for long enough. And in possession with the up and under, looking for the contestable, but it's Australia who get possession back. Nick Frost, or in fact it's Angus Bell, looking to make a couple of meters again. 10 defenders beaten last week, Angus Bell. Uncharacteristic from a loose forward, but definitely changing the way your prop forward plays. If you take a look at him, little chip over the top from Nick White, the bounce of the ball. It's Winnett who has to go in. Can't do much with it, but secures possession for Wales. At the base, Blair Murray. As Wales hit it up. It's Anscombe again, who looks for the contestable, Tom Rogers. Can he get it? Did well to jump in the air there, Tom Rogers, but just losing the ball. Whilst trying to regather, it's going to be a scrum down to Australia. All action here, but still at 0-0 for the moment. A couple of the players blowing at the moment. It's all action. Wales need to put some pressure on here at this set piece. They don't just want to give Australia the platform, whether it be scrum or line-out time. You've got to be in the fight. You've got to put in the effort. Once you've made the tackle, get up off the ground and get in that line again to defend. Put the visiting team under pressure. Don't let them play their own game. We know Australia like to play tactically. And by that I mean running all sorts of running lines, whether it be from Tom Wright, Lolasia, and company. Of course, we have the wonderful talent of Joseph Suali'i off the bench. Lenny Kitau at 13. Wales are going to have to put a stop to them as Fraser McWright takes it up now. Australia in possession here. It's a wide ball for Kellaway, but it's too high. Just inaccurate on the pass there to Andrew Kellaway. Straight into touch on this left-hand touchline. We're in Australian territory. And Wales are going to have to make sure via Dewey Lake and the jumpers that they can get their line-out set piece functioning as efficiently as possible. Australia just struggling for the moment in terms of handling errors. There is an injury stop here for the moment. It looks like Gareth Anscombe getting some attention. They can ill afford to lose his experience at number 10. But immediately there is also a replacement on the field, number 19. Christ Shiunza is on the field. It looks like Adam Beard has gone off, so they've lost some experience there. Have Wales. But we restart with a line out, and immediately the replacement block takes it up. Wales look to maul it. Australia disrupt it. It's at the back. Can they secure possession here? No, they can't, Wales. There's the inefficiency. You want to do the basics right. Come on. James Dullman with no other option there than to call for a scrum to Australia from that collapsed maul. Didn't quite look set on the maul there. The intent was good, but the inaccuracy palpable at the moment. Australia have another set piece scrum to stamp the authority on this game as Nick White, ball in hand, looks to feed for Australia. 5 meters in from this left-hand touchline, just inside their own half. It's Kellaway who looks to come off his wing. It's advantage Australia here. It's a free play. Looks like it was a high tackle on Kellaway there. Australia via Currie. There's space here now. Tom Wright. He's got the jet shoes. It's that man, Jorgensen. Currie. Can he get over? Held up. Desperation stuff from Wales. It's Tom Rogers who managed to wiggle himself underneath Samu Currie there. But just inside their own half, playing under advantage where Australia. Currie fed Tom Wright. Delayed the pass to Jorgensen. Lovely little backhanded pass from Max Jorgensen, but Samu Currie just couldn't find the ball on the blade of grass over the line. Great work by Tom Rogers. The goal line dropout has been effected, and it's Valentini who goes crashing in, bruising those Wales defenders here. Someone's down for the moment. Time has been stopped. Usually it's a concern for a head injury. And safety first, of course. We should restart with the scrum to Australia, but I'm not sure if it's Rob Valentini there, went crashing in to the Welsh line of defence. But Australia showing there that they can transition from inside their own half quite easily, with the likes of Tom Wright joining the line from fullback. Just unfortunate Currie was held up if you're Australian, and Rob Valentini there went crashing in. Brave defence there, it must be said, from Jack Morgan of Wales. We will restart with the scrum down to Australia. We're inside the Welsh territory, still at 0-0 here. Safety, of course, of utmost importance. That's the mandate from World Rugby. Some big collisions happening, especially at international level. Players give their all. And would you want someone like Rob Valentini running at you? I'm not so sure. Guyana says Australia will ragdoll Wales. So far, no score yet. A lot of promise as Nick White looks to feed here. It's Kellaway again, who makes it well over the advantage line. It's Huru. Takes 2 to bring him down. Australia making some good meters. Into the 22 they go. Wonderful spot tackle again from Rogers. Defensively, he's been sound for Wales. The ball is there though. Australia just caught behind the advantage line for the moment, working their way back towards the 22 as they play down this right-hand short side. White, right. White to right. Angus Bell is held up, but somehow they managed to recycle there. It's slow for Australia as they look for the big Will Skelton to take it up. The Wallabies building the phases again, almost up to double figures. Keeping ball in hand. They've got the territorial advantage. They need to translate this into some sort of points now. Nick White. Quick ball. Currie looks to bust his way through the first tackle there of number 7, James Botham. Still going from side to side for the moment. Uru looks to put his head down. Australia still in possession. We're up to phase number 15. Now they've got Tom Wright. Dummy pass. And he's in for the first score. If you're a betting man, you won't get much return. But you can almost be certain a man like Tom Wright will be on the score sheet. And he gets the first score for the Wallabies. And they open their account with a 5-pointer. And the conversion to come. Manipulating the space down this left-hand side. Showed the pass to Kellaway. He knew what he was doing. But wonderful hands from Ikitau. Noah Lolosio to Tom Wright. And he'll finish quite all right. Australia up by 5 points to 0. Mark Sony says Aussie fullback always makes the right decision. Mark! Absolutely. Tom Wright is quite all right, but it's a wayward conversion attempt from this right-hand side from Noah Lolosio, shaving quite handsomely wide of the left-hand upright. Shout out South Africa Rugby. What did you guys make of the Springbok victory? How many changes you see for that Wales game? Keep in mind we're up to 50 players used by Rassie Erasmus this international season. We're 10 out of 12. And of course, as we know, the Wales game next weekend can make it 11 out of 13, which is a feat we equaled, or we in fact matched last season, 11 games out of 13, running into that World Cup final and the victory that followed. So it can be 22 out of 26 for Rassie Erasmus in the last 2 years, which is about 85% return. We'll take that any day of the week. And they're still just getting better. Wales in possession now after the restart. Making it over the advantage line there was the tight head prop, Archie Griffin. But they're going to need more than one off runners here. Here they come now down this left-hand side as they look to stretch it. Via James Botham in the trams. Will Rowlands takes it up. Wales making a few meters inch by inch here. Australia having to defend really for the first time in this game. Aaron Wainwright takes it up. He's brought to ground. It's quick recycling. It's Rogers again. He's looked promising. But again, it's Jorgensen with the lovely feed. And here's an opportunity. Stretching the long legs. Like a giraffe. Treating to peanut butter. It's that man, Nick Frost, for Australia. Tom Rogers unfortunately losing the ball in the transition of the contact and stretching those long legs, showing he's like a Toyota diesel bucky. Is Nick Frost for Australia. But the hands from Max Jorgensen, wow, simply sensational. If you blinked, you missed it. But to send Nick Frost away, it was a lovely back of the hand little ball from Max Jorgensen, and he's really growing into his own on the international stage. Australia up to 10. It's Lola Seo with the conversion. Cutting it fine, but getting it over. Relatively easy kick. Made it look a little bit harder than it actually was, but it's over nonetheless. Like we saw with Andre Pollard last night, no matter if it hits the crossbar and bounces over, it's points nonetheless. And an extra 2 points for Australia. Try scored by Nick Frost. A good 50-meter gallop there from the green and gold giraffe in the number 4 jersey. Wales restart. Australia looking a little bit more confident with every play here. Tom Wright, Jorgensen again as they pump it upfield, driving Wales back, and it's Winnett relatively stuck on his own, who doesn't put it into touch. Tom Wright just galloping, looking for space, breaks the first tackle. Australia up to halfway. It's the big man, Will Skelton, over the advantage line. It's quick recycling again. It's Currie. Valentini in there to secure the ball. Security from Australia has been good. Nick White controlling it from the base. Lolosio. Here's an opportunity for Kellaway. Winnett under all sorts of pressure. He's tackled by Andrew Kellaway, and off their feet are Wales, and their woes are being compounded at the moment. The fullback did well to retain the ball from the contestable under pressure from Andrew Kellaway, but then the cleaners coming in, going straight off their feet, and James Dolman pointing to an Australian penalty here. No doubt you can see them going for the corner. 2 tries up, it's 12-0. Mark Soney says, cool finish by Frost. Yaku Robertson says, hi, how are you doing today? I'm good, brother, especially after that Springbok victory. We don't want to take our foot off the pedal against Wales next week, but we have to be confident that we can make it 3 out of 3 in this end-of-year tour as the Springboks look to solidify their number 1 spot. as we build towards another Rugby World Cup. Can you imagine back to back to back? People are starting to talk about the Springboks, but here, people are starting to talk about Wales for all the wrong reasons, as Australia are under advantage. It's right. Is there an opportunity for another try? They're only 3 meters out. It's going a bit pear-shaped here for the Welsh Dragons at the moment, and it's another penalty as we move into the second quarter of this game. Wales caught offside. And you can imagine Lolesio will put it into touch again. Wales under immense pressure here on their own line, which will be a line out you can almost bet. A driving maul from the Wallabies here is on the cards. Australia looking to go 3 scores clear here. They're 5 meters out from the line. The feed from Matt Fessler finds Uru. And the driving maul it is. Can they gain some traction here, the Wallabies? Wales doing okay for the moment. Fessler at the back. Driving straight through the middle. Wales capitulating and conceding the try. It all looked a little bit too easy. They put up some sort of resistance. But it's Australia who get try number 3. They're up to 17 points to 0 with the kick to come. And it's that man, Matt Fessler, who fed the ball in the line out. Secured it at the back of the maul. And they went driving through to score try number 3. Then Australia in complete control for the moment. Wales will have to find an answer and find one soon. Warren Gatland showing signs of dismay, concern. At the moment, the fans stunned at the Principality Stadium. Lolesio, after that first miss, has come up clean here with another 2 points. Australia up to 19 points to 0. You can't play the game without the ball. Yes, you can defend, but then you've got to put pressure on the attacking team. Australia just seem to be having their own way in terms of post-contact meters, dictating the play for the moment. And as I say that, the commentator's curse works against the Wallabies here. Here's a real attacking opportunity now for Wales, as that restart was dropped from the Wallabies. No advantage, though. There was a free play, but coming back, it's Wales with the scrum down, pretty much centre field on the 22 of Australia. They've got to make it count. Still a lot of time to play in the game, but at international level, you don't quite get too many opportunities, should I say, against a side like Australia. And although they're not too far ahead in the rankings, in as far as Wales are concerned, a victory against England at Twickenham has just put them that step ahead. So opportunities, key, convert into some sort of points, get the defence to be offside at ruck time, and it is a penalty, a strong scrum from Wales here, in fact. Is this a confidence booster they can utilise? Very much needed. Wales shifted wide. Here's an opportunity down this left-hand side. Blair Murray cut short. It's Wainwright. And for the first time, Australia caught defending their line. Archie Griffin takes it up. They're only a metre short. Who's going to hit the right line for Wales here? Bevan. It's Wainwright. Aaron Wainwright for Wales goes over. And they open their account. The Principality Stadium comes back to life. Stunned to silence from those 3 unanswered tries from the Wallabies. But just when we said they had to make it count, scrum centre field on the 22, a dominant scrum at that. Ellis Bevan with the short ball. And under the sticks to make the conversion easy for Gareth Anscombe. It's an extra 2 and Wales have hit back. They needed that. They so desperately needed that. And so fitting that Aaron Wainwright, one of the more experienced players in that pack of forwards, goes over for the try. Australia now to restart via Lolosio. A little bit more life in the lungs of the fans here at the Principality Stadium. It's a loose ball at the restart. We know how crucial that can be. We saw a couple of misses, even in the France-New Zealand game. Can cost you dearly, especially when the opposition are on you to capitalise. But Wales somehow have managed to regather it. Just outside their 22, he can't put it straight out, but shaping for the kick here, Ellis Bevan. The chase is on. A little bit too far there. It's Lolosio who takes it cleanly. Australia. Alatoa, the captain, puts his head down. Here's the big man, Rob Valentini, in his 50th game. What a momentous occasion for the number 8 of the Wallabies. Nick White again with a lovely chip over the top. Just can't gather it there. Looks like it was Lenny Kittel looking to come through just out the grasp of his fingers. And it will be a Wales scrum, but a really dominant scrum we saw in the lead up to that try from Aaron Wainwright. Would they be thinking that's where their way is in through the door here in this test match? Have really struggled to find any sort of dominance up to that point. But there has to be some sort of confidence garnished from that scrum. Almost working our way up towards the half-hour mark here. Wales still trail by 2 scores. Time off for the moment, just some attention to one of the Australian players. It looks like Alan Alatoa, but it's going to be Ellis Bevan to feed for Wales. Australia not really renowned for their scrummaging prowess, but neither are Wales. So it's interesting to see this one unfold. The engine room is where a lot of the action happens. The likes of Ox and Chair. And another scrum penalty to Wales. So the tide turning here at set piece scrum time for the Welsh. And it looks like Gareth Thomas getting the better of Australia's Alan Alatoa. Wales have an opportunity to exit from inside their own half and gain some valuable territory inside the half of Australia up against this right-hand touchline just outside the Wallabies 22. We speak about opportunities. We spoke about it earlier. And they need to convert these to stay in the fight here in this first half at the Principality Stadium. It's Dewey Lake. Finds his jumper as Wales find Llewellyn, who takes it up the outside centre. They're working their way Up towards the 22. It's Dewey Lake who takes it up. Same side they come down this left-hand side. Short ball to Cameron Winnett, but he's looked after in defence. Australia, without the ball and without territory for the moment, have to contend with this Welsh attack. It's Archie Griffin. It's going to be another advantage to Wales. They were under a free play there. What do they look to do here? Surely they'll look to put it into the corner. It looked like Angus Bell there with the grass cutter tackle. No arms in the tackle, says the referee. Quite lucky to escape any sort of sanction there, Angus Bell, but not using his arms in the tackle. And in fact, Wales playing it safe here, looking to take the 3, to take them into double figures via the boot of Gareth Anscombe. Just don't back themselves, perhaps. That line out time, but you feel there is some sense in a decision like this. There's still some time to play. They don't want to come away with no points. This almost a guaranteed 3. Well within range, just on the angle for Gareth Anscombe. As the shot clock ticks down, makes no mistake with the penalty. And Wales are in double figures as the crowd cheer out in the Principality Stadium. They trail by 9 with a little over 8 minutes to go in this first half. Conceding those 3 tries, but coming back to go 10 points on the board for Wales. The restart short from Australia. It's knocked on from Tom Wright. It's Anscombe. Ball in hand, puts it downfield with the boot, forcing Australia to play. Lolosio is going to look to chase his own kick here. But it's Winnett with a lovely step. But well looked after on defence. Wales on their own 10-metre mark here. Morgan takes it up. Sets up another ruck. As the referee calls, use it. Bevan puts it high with the contestable. Is there a chase? It's Rogers. You can't keep him out of the game. Great under the high ball. Wales. They need to shift it now. Surely Wainwright. Another advantage to Wales. The tide. The momentum shift slowly turning in favour of the Welsh Dragons as they work their way towards the 22. It's still a penalty advantage. Ben Thomas, Chunza, knee on the ground, tackler must release. Bevan, Anscombe, it's loose. It's knocked on, but it was a free play. We're coming back. Offside from the Wallabies at ruck time. It was Nick Frost, pinged by the referee. From the restart, Wales gathering. Anscombe put it high. It was Tom Rogers who had a part to play there, going high, getting the contestable kick back for Wales. And then the quick ball, giving them an opportunity to attack, forcing the defence, not having enough time to get behind the last man's feet. And perhaps another opportunity here for Wales to go into, or go up to, should I say, 13 points. It's about 38 metres straight out in front. It's going to be within range for Anscombe. Keep it straight. It's sailing, sailing, over! Wales chipping away, chipping away. And they're only trailed by 6 now. They had to fight to get back in this game. But back in it, there indeed are, as Australia get the restart underway. It's another short one, but Wales via Winnett takes it cleanly. Archie Griffin, who's carried the ball a few times, takes it up, puts the shoulder down. Ellis Bevan called to use it by the referee. It's another contestable. This time it seems like it's gone just a tad too far. As Lolasia looks to feed Kellaway, Australia now need to play with ball in hand. They haven't seen much of it on attack. As Currie juggles, they're on their own 10-metre mark here, Australia. Angus Bell can't beat a defender this time. Well met on defence. Nick White. It's Iki Tau, who's wrapped up. It's gone high. Who wants it? Winnett gathers, but he's hit hard by Nick Frost, but they get the ball back. Wales via Rowlands takes it up. It's slow ball for Wales, but still in possession. Ben Thomas, Jack Morgan pumping the legs, still in possession. They're up to Australia's 10-metre mark now. Dewey Lake, it's going to go high here from Anscombe. It's Rogers again. It's Rogers again. Let me say it. It's Rogers again who gets the ball. Unfortunately, though, there's going to be a check to the TMO. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what drama is unfolding, but it was wonderful work in the air again from Tom Rogers. Really showing he can jam at this level. But it looks like Gareth Thomas there with the clean out on Rob Valentini. Or in fact, it's Samu Karevi off his feet. That could be a sanction, and that could be problems for Wales. They could ill afford that, considering they've really fought hard to get back into this game. What does the TMO say? You can almost envision it's going to be a yellow card. You can't come flying off your feet. Looks like a little bit of hit contact. The plot thickens here at the Principality Stadium. In fact, chalk that off. There's absolutely no sanction. If you're Welsh, you're cheering now. But that's rather interesting. Looked like he went straight off his feet on the clean there. But we're going to restart with the Welsh scrum. And Gareth Thomas lives to see another day. I got that one completely wrong. One never knows how these TMOs are going to call it. Looked a bit sketchy to me. But I guess that's why I'm not in the TMO box. Can't be handing out cards left, right, and centre. All we want to see, of course, is consistency across the board in terms of the decisions. But Wales again with a solid scrum. This time not gaining any advantage. The referee calling for Wales to use it. Ben Thomas. Here's an opportunity for Winnett. But it's Jorgensen. Tom Wright from Jorgensen puts it far upfield. And Wales forced to run 80 metres back. And ball in hand is Tom Rogers. Shows he has quite a boot on him. Puts it into touch. Safety first, but Wales on attack there. Ben Thomas putting the ball. Dinking it over the top of the defence. Just the bounce of the ball. Landing in favour of Jorgensen. Lovely sleight of hand pass to Tom Wright. A wonderful covering back there from Tom Rogers. Australia on their own 10-metre mark, so good clearance, but they have to restart from inside their own half here. Nick White. It's Angus Bell with head down. Australia losing their shape somewhat on attack here. Shout out to Paul watching from Australia. Wales putting some effort in the counter-attack here, but somehow Australia come away with it again via Uru. Advantage here to Australia. It looks like it's going to be a free play. No advantage. Offside, Wales at ruck time. That's Archie Griffin caught by the referee there, not behind the last man's feet. You can kind of understand if it's within your own danger zone, but to give away an offside penalty inside the opposition's half. A little bit of a coach killer, but regardless, Australia put the ball in touch. Just about 35 metres gained on that kick. Find themselves working up towards the Welsh 22 on this right-hand touchline, with one last real opportunity before half-time to get something after scoring those 3 initial tries. It's Wales who have come back with 13 unanswered points of their own. The clean line-out win, Australia look to maul it up. Inch by inch, play by play. Nick White getting ready to distribute. Currie, well, met on defence by Gareth Anscombe there. Uru takes it up. Australia looking for the pick and go. Currie again. Tackled by Ben Thomas. Australia in the 22 though. Really have fought their way back into this game, Wales, but they don't want to concede here before half time. Fazler takes it up. It's a bit loose at the moment. Angus Bell wrestles himself to the ground. It's pick and go from Valentini. Fraser McWright over the ball to secure for the Wallabies. Nick Frost can't get anywhere. Aaron Wainwright looking to get over the ball. Told to leave it by the referee. Wales defending for dear life here as the clock ticks down. We're just about done in normal time with the first half. It's going to be the last play of the game. It's Uru from Nick White. No real shape on attack for the moment. Who can break it clean? Open here for the Wallabies, or can Wales contain them? This young Welsh side desperate to hold on and hold some parity on the scoreline at the moment. Trail by 6, and there's the penalty. Energy sapping stuff on defence. Holding on, or in fact off their feet there at ruck time with the Wallabies on their own ball. Another coach killer ready. But Wales not looking to put the ball into touch for half time, or in fact they do. I beg your pardon. Tapped by Gareth Anscombe, put into touch, and that in fact will be half time. It's Australia at the Principality Stadium who lead Wales by 19 points to 13. Don't go anywhere if you have to. Top up your drinks, your coffee, your lemon water, and join us here at Forever Sports for the second half. I'll be back in just a little bit. Hello, my love. How's it going? How are you feeling? Is it? I don't want you to think that I don't want you. Come on, but I want you to feel better. You're not in the mood to make something. Sure. Nee, ons kan dit weer doen. Dis nie stres nie. Ek sê net ek wil nie jy moet dink ek is nie lus vir dit nie. Ek kyk uit nou na die situasie. En lyk nie so hot nie. Jy voel nie lekker nie. Kom maar kak man. What? That sound alright. Yeah, didn't say I mentioned anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. What does that mean? Thank you. Dick. It made you feel better, yeah. It must make you feel pregnant. I said, it doesn't help it make you feel better, it must make you feel pregnant. What do you mean nou los? Pregnant raak. Don't always steal my thunder. Waarom? Hoekom? Nou meer as het jy ringe bevinger. Jy's nader, maar jy's van fok gemiddeld. Groot commitment and the commitment shows. Luister tussen mij nog meer. Ook kan ik bijna niet los. Die vandaag en nog zeer kan. Nee, maar forget about that, man. Think about, huh? I'm not joking with you. I'm a man whiskey for sure. Huh? Wat zoek jy vir? Ek weet nie. Wat is nou? Tom Wright, Nick Frost, and who scored the third try? You don't know. Oh, that's Matt Fezler. Met dis is uit julle ek mis dit. Thank you. So detectable, bro. You think your dad's watching? Joseph Swali. It's all right when it's done right. I love you. If you need anything. I love you. Over the advantage line. You can do it. Don't worry. Wurra, 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 wurra. Wild, wild, wild. Wild, you can do it. Wales Foster Mangmont Nichols. How's it going? Je wil naar order naar mij, bro. Wat kan? No problem. Yeah, that's fine. Ja, maar je hoeft niet te orderen. Ik zal makkelijk doen. It's up to you, love. I love you. Let me know. What do you want? Yeah. No, man, fucking be stupid. No, you mow terwijl ek pee. Mowing at me while I'm peeing. Yeah, right. Huh? No, fuck. I smell nothing. Hello. Hello and welcome to the Learning Channel. What's your question? So, hello and welcome back. We're live at the Principality Stadium for the second half of this Autumn Nations Series clash. It's the visiting team, Australia, who lead by 19 points to 13 against Wales, who, it must be said, are desperate for a victory. 10 consecutive losses for Warren Gatland and his men, and this young Welsh side, it also must be said, have done well to get back in the fight here. Trailing at one stage by 3 scores, 19 points to 0, have come back with 13 points of their own. One feels they have to really put some more pressure on the Wallabies in terms of their restarts. For example, they've got some traction in as far as scrum time is concerned. Couple of scrum penalties, finding some sense of dominance in the pack of forwards there are Wales at the scrum set piece, having been forced to make almost double the amount of tackles that Australia have, only trailed by 6. The Wallabies will be kind of disappointed after a fast start to really have that first half fizzled out just a little bit. But we're still certain to see the likes of Joseph Suali'i, the phenom from Rugby League, who's converted to Rugby Union, come off the bench and add some more potency on attack. This time Wales do look for a contestable restart as we're underway in the second half. Australia in possession, though, just outside the 22, centre field. Look to play Nick Frost via Nick White. Nick Frost, of course, 50-odd metre try running of his own. The Wallabies kick from the base. It's high. And inside his 22 was Nick White there, who finds a good touch on this right-hand touch line, almost up towards the Welsh halfway line. Right, Wales, of course, very thin in terms of international experience on the bench. So they're up against it here, the Welsh, but not out of it. As the line out takes place, Wales kick it back to Australia, but Nick White returns the favour with a kick of his own. Wales taking no chances, putting it into touch. Time off for the moment, and the drama continues here in the second half, folks. Tell me in the comment section from where in the world you tuned in, who you're supporting. If in fact you just want to shout out. You're on Forever Sports as we take you on this rugby journey, but it doesn't look good as the TMO is reviewing a potential instance of foul play from Samu Currie there. And he looks like he's going to go to the bin, so we're going to have a yellow card and an off-field review in the bunker. Samu Currie, just the start Wales would have wanted. If you're Warren Gatland and all the fans in the Principality, cheer on as Samu Currie goes to the bin, nervously awaiting the bunker review. Just high, head-on-head contact. Intolerable, should I say. And rightfully gets a yellow card. Wales just outside the 22 of Australia here via Dewey Lake. Look to break away. In possession now. James Botham takes it up. They work down the short-hand side on the right-hand side of the field. Right up against the touchline now was Winnett, who took it up. But Wales looking for quick ball at ruck time. Australia looking to disrupt it. But it's Bevan. Botham again carrying strong as they play down this right-hand blind side again. Blair Murray takes it up, but he's met on defence. Wales, with all the territory and the possession in the second half. Australia a man down. Can Wales capitalise here? Max Llewellyn, the outside centre, holds on to the ball. But Australia over it, and this time it's Seru Uru on his feet. And Wales not releasing there, not able to capitalise on the one-man advantage. Australia will have an opportunity to exit their own half here with a kick into touch via the boot of Noah Lolosio. James Gee says, NRL person, yeah, haven't watched Union since I was 13. I'm 33 now. 20 years, it's not too late. Come back, James. Come back to Rugby Union. If you saw a glimpse of the France-New Zealand game last night, and in fact the South African game against England, Rugby Union is alive and well. Very theatrical, very dramatic. All you want in a test match, unlike last weekend's game between New Zealand and Ireland, which kind of really didn't give a good spectacle. But there's some action happening. Australia clear the lines into touch. Still lead by that 6 points. But a man down on attack here as Matt Faisler, who's got a try of his own as well, looks to feed the line out and find his jumper. And find his jumper. He does. It's Nick Frost as Australia look to drive. Bless me. It's high from Nick White. Chasing is Jorgensen. It's Tom Rogers again. Wales have an opportunity here now. Down this right-hand side they go. Llewellyn can't free up his hands to put Blair Murray away. And again, Wales caught at ruck time. Tom right over the ball there, the fullback, getting into the thick of the action. Wonderful work, plucked out of the air from Tom Rogers. It's Llewellyn who just couldn't free up Blair Murray. There was cover defence in Andrew Kellaway, but a one-on-one can always be exciting. But it's Australia who come away with the penalty. And all the hard work being undone there. Tom Rogers, one of the few shining lights along the likes of both of them at number 7 for Wales. But Australia now deep into the territory of Wales. Just outside the 22 on this right-hand touchline, it's Frost again. It's a driving maul again. Australia causing Wales to fragment somewhat as Fazler looks to break away. Australia up and over into the 22 they go. Kellaway looking for work off the wing with the pick and go. The Wallabies desperate to get some points here. And under advantage there, it's Ellis Bevan coming in from the side. Australia hot on the attack. A man down, of course. Looking for that golden opportunity to score with just 14 men on the field. Kellaway again. Wales this time over the ball eagerly, but we're coming back. It was a free play for the Wallabies. Pinged by the referee was Ellis Bevan there. James, talking about NRL, you must have seen a lot of this Joseph Suali'i as well. Transitioning into rugby union, of course, on the bench this evening. The Wallabies looking to release him, and we're looking at another TMO decision here. What's happening? Charmer, love it! Looks like Ellis Bevan is going to be in some sort of trouble. But don't take my word for it. It's the TMO who must make the decision. But coming in from the side, it looked a bit suspicious. Initially, where the penalty was, in fact, for Aaron Wainwright not rolling away. But something caught my eyes' attention right in the corner. And it was that man, Ellis Bevan. Nothing comes of it. Again. Nick White going off the field. Looks like an HIA, but nothing coming of it in terms of foul play. Tate McDermott on the field. But we're still playing the penalty to Australia. Nothing conclusive, says the TMO. Play on. The Wallabies 5 meters out. On this right-hand touchline, it's Nick Frost again. Uncontested in the line-out as the Wallabies go charging ahead. Kellaway's in there. The Wallabies are over. Just like that. Fazler gets a brace. And Wales have no answer for the driving maul at the moment. The Wallabies up to 24 points. They've got to put up a better fight in terms of the defensive maul setting the Welsh. Playing with the man down, the Wallabies. Draw first blood here in the second half. Via Matt Fazler. It all looked a little bit too easy. And at international level, you've got to do a little bit better there in terms of your defensive setting. The Welsh Dragons conceding try number 4 as Noah Lolosio looks to add the extra 2. It's sailing! It's over! That's an extra 2. The Wallabies up by 26 points to 13 with a little over a half an hour to play. Still no word back from the referee. How are we going to get it regarding the Samu Currie incident of foul play? It's been upgraded to a 20-minute red card. Australia will be down. He's off. He can't come back in his 50th game. What a way to celebrate it. Hint of sarcasm there. Samu Currie, unfortunately, can't come back onto the field. He can be replaced after 20 minutes. There's about 13 minutes left to play before Australia will be back to a full complement, but this time around it's contestable again. Tom Rogers in the air, unbelievable. But Australia over that ball. The jackal is there, and they get another penalty. That kills the momentum, and Wales could ill afford to concede that 4th try. Tom Rogers looks like he's fighting. A spirited fight. But the Welsh side have to get a little bit of synchronization. Understand the dynamics here. Australia are a man down, surely. They've got to find the resolve to exploit that. It's Lolosio at the base for Australia. And it's big Will Skelton who goes a good 7-8 meters over that vantage line. Australia via Uru. Tate McDermott. It's quick ball now. Working their way towards the Welsh 22. Australia doing really well to play with 14 men here. Just need to find their shape on attack. One-off runners at the moment. Skelton met well on defence. There's an half an hour to play, Jason. Kellaway takes it in the air. Australia. The rubber, the green, just seems to be going in their favour at the moment. Albeit playing with 14 men as they play down this right-hand blind side. Fraser McWright. McDermott holds it up nicely for Valentini. The Wallabies via Skelton sucking in the Welsh defence here. Valentini again. Wales looking after him, but it's Skelton again, taking 2 defenders with him. McDermott, since he's come on the field, has added a little bit of urgency. Uru. Lolosio to right. The chip ahead from Tom Wright, or the grubber, should I say, to no avail. But the Wallabies playing under penalty advantage, and Wales just no answer for the moment there. Looks like it was Archie Griffin not making any sort of effort to roll away. Surely you trained that in the week. Get out of there, son. Your back's against the wall. The gold of the Wallabies are a man down. Do the maths. Get better. Warren Gatland must be seething on the inside. Show a little bit of fight here, Wales. But it's another 5-meter line out. Will it be a hat trick for Fazler as they go to the back? It's a driving maul. You bet your bottom dollar Fezler's going to go for it. Will he get his first hat-trick in international rugby? The driving maul still going. Fezler, is he over? He's over. 1, 2, 3. Best you believe me. It's that man, Matt Fezler, with the try. And the Wallabies, who are in a little bit of a lull towards the last back end of that first half, playing with 14 men, have galvanized here, but have gone back to the basics. Wales conceding the penalty. Territorially, it couldn't have been in a worse position because Lolosio put it into the corner on this right-hand side. Fezler went to Valentini at the back, showing a bit of variation, but in terms of the maul, it's all the same. Fezler said, it was so nice, I had to do it thrice. Lolosio adds the extra 2, and Australia pulling clear now. Back to 3 scores clear at 33 points to 13. A little over 25 minutes to play. We're still in this third quarter of the game. Ben Thomas did all he could. But the determination from Matt Fezler says, give me my hat-trick. Thank you very much. I'll take it all day. And thrice on a Sunday. Australia gather the restart, but some reprieve here for Wales. For the most part of the second half, not much has gone in their favour. This time, Australia not releasing. Australia concede the penalty. Wales will have to go for the corner now. They've got to start playing. They need to capitalise on the one-man advantage. They have to. Surely now, surely now. Jason says Australia to bring it home. Joe Smith is cooking something up with the Wallabies. They didn't have a very successful Rugby Championship, but an Autumn Nations series shaping up quite nicely for Joe Smith and the Wallabies. Wales almost have their line-out disrupted. It's the replacement hooker for Wales, Ryan Ellis, who takes it up. Rodri Williams looks for Ben Thomas. He's been kept quite quiet this evening. It's Rowlands who takes it up. Wales now looking for an opportunity. Gareth Anscombe wrestled, bundled into touch. And just running out of space on this left-hand side, Australia will have a 5-metre line out. Just a little bit all too lateral there. Someone needed to straighten the line. And Gareth Anscombe was always heading to the touchline, couldn't free up his arms. Bundled into touch. And would you believe it, Wales have replaced Tom Rogers. Eddie James coming on the field. Wales' best player by far this evening, especially under the high ball. And on the field for Australia now, some fresh legs. Lucan Salakai Oloto on the field for Will Skelton. And it's Sam Costello who will be replacing Gareth Anscombe. That was his last play of the game for Wales. Looking to throw the dice here now. Australia with the defensive line out. 5 metres out on this left-hand touchline. 2 tries in the second half unanswered as Fraser McWright looks to break away and get a better angle here for Tate McDermott to clear. Use it, says the referee. They only got 5 seconds, of course. Under the new rules, we've seen a couple of scrum halves getting caught, taking their time. Time is of essence now. We want to see the game flow as Ben Thomas looks to break away. Coming more and more into the game now. Rodri Williams finds Chiunza. Wales playing again down this left-hand side, up and over the 22. It's Rowlands. Head down and over the advantage line. Chiunza again, this time caught just behind the advantage line. Wales still up 15-14 in terms of man-to-man advantage. It's Winnett who goes over the 22. Elias. Phase number 7 here for Wales. They have to make something of it. The opportunities in the danger zone are scarce. Australia holding up at the moment, but here's a ball. Oh, just not able to collect. Is it an opportunity? Llewellyn. Or in fact, it was Blair Murray. It looked like it went forward. The assistant referee says no. A loose pass from Blair Murray. And it's Jack Morgan who's over for the try. Is it going to be checked? It is going up to the TMO. He's earning his worth tonight. That's for sure. For sure. And that seems like it's gone forward. Unfortunately, that try is going to be chalked off. I'm no TMO, but I'm not that blind. I'm not blind. It is forward out of the hands. We saw a try get chalked off last night when Apalele Fussy, the weekend special, broke away and fed Kirtley Yarensa. Just unfortunately, the referee on that occasion, as well as this one, at judging. It's forward out of the hands. No try. Wales stay on 13. Australia will have a scrum. Can Wales back themselves here? They've got to push all 18. Bajada scrum. Let's go. We might not be Argentina, but we're desperate in front of our home fans. Are you, Wales? Are you? A little bit indifference in terms of the crowd at the moment at the Principality Stadium. Faithful to their home side, but right up against it here. Australia with the feed via Tate McDermott. Strong scrum from Wales, but it's in and out. Jorgensen can't hold on. Tate McDermott looked to feed this left-hand blind side inside his own 22. And the man with the slick hands this evening just can't hold on to it. And Wales will have the scrum. Can they gain some sort of traction? Put some pressure on, maybe get a scrum penalty. Put it in the corner. Let's go. I don't know. I just don't see them being that urgent enough at the moment. I keep saying it, but they're playing with a one-man advantage. And they've made nothing of it. In fact, they've conceded 14 points. That's just not good enough. The scrum is good. Surely now, Mr. Ref. Yes, it's a penalty. I feel like Nostradamus. Because they do, in fact, get a scrum penalty, Wales. But still trading by 3 scores. They've got to get on their bicycle and start pedaling. Sam Costello puts it in the corner. Talk is cheap. It's money that buys the whiskey. Can Wales back themselves here with a driving maul? One feels, if you take a look at those decisions early on in the first half, it's all in hindsight, of course, but by Gareth Anscombe to go for the 3. In those moments, should Wales be backing themselves? Of course, it allowed them to stay in the fight. And there, unfortunately, is the answer to my question. Australia contesting at line-out time. So just not confident enough on their own line-out, Paul. Perhaps thinking one too many steps ahead. Oh, Wales. Thinking of the driving more, but you first got to win the line-out. And wonderful in the air was Australia in the form of Lucan Salakaia-Lotto. Australia pump it upfield. Wales have to play. Max Llewellyn can't find a gap. He's brought to ground. Chiunza, Costello, Ben Thomas. There's space down this right-hand side now. Winnett, both them brought to ground. Outside the 22, Costello holds it up for Chiunza. He's met hard by Valentini. Tackler's got a release. Wales with slow ball here. Costello. It's intercepted. And that is unfortunate for Wales, but a gift for Tom Wright. He'll take those all night. Australia up to 38. Try number 6. And Costello looks quite dejected. You don't want your emotions to show. But the heads are dropping now. Looking to exploit this right-hand blind side. But unopposed, Tom Wright goes in. Plucked it. Out of contention of the Wales attackers. And cantering in for a try. Here's Tom Wright. He gets a double. Fezler with 3. And of course, Nick Frost with a try of his own. Wallabies hit Wales for a 6. With the conversion to come, we're into the last quarter. 38 plays 13. And Australia, for the moment, sweeping the floors with Wales. Under their own roof at the Principality Stadium, Lolosio with the conversion attempt. Can he make it 40? Strike is good. It's sailing. It's sailing over. Make that a 7-pointer. There was a review for the tackle on Chiunza by Rob Valentini, but nothing untoward, says the TMO. So the try, of course, will stand. And one feels there's no real way back now for Wales, unless they come up with some miracle. Australia have scored 21 unanswered points, playing with only 14 men. Unforgivable at international level. And all the pressure now continues to be heaped on Warren Gatland. Australia, they're losing that ball forward, surely. No, says the referee. Play on. Australia up to halfway. McDermott. The red card, 20-minute red card, is going to be over in just a couple of seconds at the next play. Australia will be back to a full complement. Over the top there, the bounce of the ball for Botham. Wales need to play, but they kick it away via Rugby Williams, who sees space. He's at a 50-22. You bet it is. And on the field now to close the show is none other than the likes of Joseph Currie, the phenom, the next best thing in Wallabies rugby, comes on the field, taking over from Samu Currie, who will take no further part with that red card early on. How can he influence the attack? Huru breaks away. Wales on their own ball, just not able to affect anything. And on defence, they're losing their shape now, the Welsh. Australia are going to look for a half a century of points here. Still a lot of time to play. Salakaio Loto takes it up. They're up to their own 10-metre mark now, the Wallabies. Making metres with every carry. McDermott. Call to use it by the referee. Puts it high with the contestable kick. Who's underneath it? It's Blair Murray. But he's wrapped up. Wales caught on their own 10-metre mark. They have to start playing with ball in hand. Restore some pride. Restore some order here in front of their home crowd. It's Rugby Williams who puts it high. It's too far. It's too easy for Lolosio. Wrapped up by the Welsh defence there. Australia steamrolling the Welsh here. 6 tries. Plays 1. It's high again from McDermott. Winnett underneath. Takes it cleanly. Wales back in possession. Advantage, says the referee. Can they do something now? Both of them. Costello to Will Rowlands. It's all a bit static. There's one-off runners here. Elias. Too far again from Rugby Williams. But coming back for the penalty to Wales. 15 minutes to play. And the sands of the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. And how long are the days of our lives? And as far as Warren Gatlin is concerned, they will have some territory here, Wales. But you got to feel that 21 points in the second half, unanswered for the Wallabies, has just hurt them just a tad too much. The morale, not quite there. The experience, of course, as we mentioned, a little over 460 caps in total, averaging about 19, 20 caps per player. Inexperienced at international level. And so we see the fruits of it. But here have Wales an opportunity with the driving maul to effect something here, to restore some sort of respectability to the scoreline. It's another penalty to Wales. They've got to start peddling at a rate of knots. It's Costello who wastes no time and puts it in to touch on the 5-metre line on this right-hand touchline, folks. Desperate time for the Welsh. The Welsh Dragons not blowing any fire tonight. Rowlands. It's another advantage, Australia conceding successive penalties here. Will they go on any sort of team warning? It's in the danger zone, of course. How much patience will James Dolan have? Wales Out the back, Costello. It's wide now. Llewellyn. Another high tackle there, surely from Tom Wright. It's a free play, though. They've got to go now. Jack Morgan. Australia over the ball there. Legally on that occasion was Brandon Paenga-Amosa. But they are coming back for the penalty, and the referee looks like he's going to have a word with Australia. Say no more. The next one is going to the bin. The sin bin. Wales tap and go now. Wasting no time. Ben Thomas! Yes! He's there! It's that man, Thomas! Over for the try. Wales get try number 2. But they've got to get the conversion over as quickly as possible and get going again. They still trail by 22 points, which is going to be more than 3 scores. Well, should they get the conversion, which they do via Sam Costello, who makes no mistake. Wales need to score 3 converted tries in the last 11 minutes of this clash here at the Principality Stadium. Lovely ball from Jack Morgan to Ben Thomas. Australia 40, Wales 20. Is there any sort of glimmer of hope? Confidence Folk says 11 defeats on the bounce for the Welsh. A new record. Shambles! I agree with you there. It's not over yet, but it's all but sealed. The fate of Wales for that 11th consecutive defeat. Quite a bit can happen in 10 minutes. But the bounce of the ball, the urgency, everything has to be on point. Australia in possession now as they play it wide. Here's an opportunity straight into touch on this occasion from Lenny Katau. He's been rather quiet this evening. We haven't seen much of the injection of Joseph Sealy. But one feels Australia just cruising for the moment. Tuanza takes it off Elias in the line out. Wales have to play. Rodri Williams just kicking it a tad too far, one feels, as he shapes again for a kick. It's got to be contestable. You've got to make it 50-50. There again, it's too far. Uru in possession, takes it up, brought to ground, and Australia set up another ruck. McDermott. Here's an opportunity now, Lolosio. There's space out wide, the bounce of the ball. Sealy's there. Blair Murray's there. He wins the race. But they put him into touch. Unfortunately, Wales will concede possession. Kick past there into space for Lolosio. Finding grass, and Blair Murray saving the day. They're only 6 meters out now. As Brandon Paenga-Amosa looks to feed for the Wallabies. Will we see a driving maul? No, it's lost. Australia this time can't clean up at line-out time. Wales pump it upfield. Australia find themselves on their own 10-meter mark. Kellaway. Jorgensen. Oh, my word. Llewellyn could have plucked it out of the air and gone over under the sticks with that interception. He just couldn't hold on to it. Heartbreak there. The sands of time running out. But it's that man, Matt Fasler, who was replaced a little bit early on, who's got a hat-trick of tries this evening. That's a moment to savour. No moments to savour here for the Welsh. Australia with the put into the scrum. Max Llewellyn just couldn't hold on to the interception from the ball that Callaway threw. But here come the Wallabies now. Easy meters for the Wallabies downfield. Taken by Cameron Winnett, who calls for the mark as the ball was booted upfield. But Wales opt to kick it out, or in fact kick it downfield. It's not out. Tom Wright via a flat ball to Lolasio. McDermott now, Australia on the 10-metre mark of Wales. Looking for try number 7. Lovely chip over the top for Joseph Surley, who takes it cleanly. Australia looking to finish strong. Wales can't play without the ball in hand. McDermott. Here comes Valetini looking for a try in his 50th cap. Uru, who's had a strong game this evening in the line-out, in his carries, defensively. The Wallabies, post-contact meters are good. Valetini over the advantage line. Advantage Australia here. They're looking for try number 7. Soyali'i, 5 meters out. Surely now, they've got to go wide. Here's an opportunity. Lenikitau. Stop, start. Inside, outside. As good as you like. He said, I've been quiet all evening, but I'll show you. I can do it too. And it's Lenikitau, the outside centre, gets try number 7 for the Wallabies. And Wales are all but dead and buried in front of their home crowd. And that's just down to individual brilliance, the footwork. Cameron Winnett didn't know if he was coming or going. Classy stuff from Lenikitau. Australia up to 45. And that, folks, with a little over 5 minutes to play, will be game, set, and match. The conversion from Lolasio. In off the upright. We'll take it any way you like. And the Wallabies up to 47. 47 plays 20 at the Principality Stadium. And that will be 11 consecutive defeats. And hello, Wales must play South Africa next weekend. Good luck. If you're a Welsh fan, how's your confidence levels for that one? Will we see some changes from Rassie Erasmus as Wales look to close off here with some sort of consolation? Can't really add any sort of respectability to the scoreline, 47-20. And as far as Tier 1 nations, there's a demolition job, especially when the home team that is losing by that margin is playing at home in front of their home crowd. It's just the inexperience. You kind of wonder where the shape is going to come from, especially as the game wears on. Australia under Joe Smith slowly but surely gaining traction. in the way they want to play. But here come the Wallabies. Can they make it 50? Looking to break away from inside their own half, just about on halfway. But blown up there by the referee. So in fact, it's only Ireland and France who are flying the flag for the Northern Hemisphere, of course, this weekend in the Autumn Nations Series. Ireland by 22 points to 19 against Argentina on Friday. France by 30 points to 29 against the All Blacks. And as far as the Southern Hemisphere is concerned, South Africa over England by 29 points to 20. And here at the Principality Stadium, Australia 47 to 20. Can they close the show? No, says the referee. Free kick to Wales. At scrum time. Wales play quickly. They're inside their own half. Unfortunately, just off the mark. They did well to come back in that first half and trailed by only 6. But it's that second half blitz. 21 unanswered points from the Wallabies that killed off the show here, one feels. Wales to Llewellyn, who's been fighting hard all evening. The counter-ruck from Valentini. Unsuccessful, but here come Wales. There's 1 minute to play now. Rowlands. 80-minute shift from the lock forward. Winnett. Blair Murray looking to step, but there's no space. Australia wrap him up in defence. Wales via Chiunza. Rodri Williams. Ball in hand. Here come Wales. Kick pass. There's space on this right-hand touchline, should I say. Jack Morgan not able to get there. Running on empty for the moment. Into touch. It's going to be an Australian line out. One feels. Win the ball securely here. And they'll put it into touch. And finish up a good shift here at the Principality. It's Tom Wright, who's been named the Autumn Series Nations Man of the Match. 2 tries. But here come the Wallabies. They're not done yet. Here's an opportunity. It's going to be 50 plus. And it's the man of the match. Tom Wright, who gets a hat-trick. Rightfully so. Earning his stripes as the man of the match. And it's 52 to Australia. The conversion will conclude the game. Can they add the extra 2? But Tom Wright has also said, I've done it. So nice. I had to do it thrice. 2 hat-tricks in 1 game. Simply sensational stuff. Try time. Australia, of course, go on to play Scotland and Ireland to conclude their Autumn Nations Series. South Africa will conclude theirs against Wales next weekend. This fades away past the left-hand upright. Australia don't add the extra 2. But that, folks, is that here on Forever Sports. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's Australia who take the victory at the Principality Stadium in Wales by 52 points to 20. It's a demolition job. It's 11 consecutive defeats for Warren Gatland as he looks to prepare for the mighty Springboks next week. From myself, Roots, here at Forever Sports. Until next time, bye for now.